Long Beach, you're in Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I'm just calling to say that I think that your understanding of a lot of the protesters is not necessarily correct.
Well, I was down there yesterday, I was down there yesterday for all the speeches. What am I missing?
Okay, I think that a lot of the people, a lot of the 20-year-olds like myself, went to college, got a good education, worked hard throughout, and now they're basically SOL. They can't, they get out, they can't find a job. I can't find a job right now.
Okay.
I don't want to sell art for, $500 a piece.
And what does that have to do? What does that have to do with the private sector of investments? What does that have to do with people taking money that they've earned and choosing to invest it rather than spend it immediately for a later future gain? What is that? Because what I'm hearing from being there, and you're in California, so you weren't there, is when I hear people talking about ending capitalism and the seizing of private property, when I see the American flag flown upside down, side by side with a hammer and sickle, I put the picture myself up on Facebook that I took because I was there. When I see people handing out literature that calls for the destruction of capitalism and private property, what am I supposed to glean from this when I see people camped out in a foul-smelling environment who seem to have no intention of getting a real job? What am I missing?
Well, I just think that, the people, they made a contract, like a social contract when they went to college.
There is no social contract. So hold on. Jim, I went to college. There's no social contract. If you borrow $30,000 to $40,000 to go to college and you decide to take up a useless major, like women's studies, and you can't get a job when you graduate, whose fault is that? I don't owe you any money.
Okay, I'm not saying that, not all those people studied.
I'm just saying, you are not owed a good job because you went to college. You chose to go to college. You chose to either spend your money or to borrow money that you then spent and now owe to go to college. There's no contract that says if you go to college, you're entitled to a certain income or position in life.
I'm pretty sure that, everyone has their own interpretation, but that was what was promoted forever while I was growing up as the American dream.
Okay, that might have been promoted, but there's no. If you're going to talk of this contract, let me see a copy of it.
The special contract is not written down.
Oh, well, define the word contract for me since you went to college.
Contract agreement between two people.
Did I agree to this?
It's more like society and...
Oh, so I didn't agree to society, just included. Did we vote on this at some point?
What?
Well, no, a contract is an obligatory document where two willing parties enter in an agreement. So if this social contract exists, tell me who the two willing parties are.
The parties are the people that went to college and the people that gave them loans or encouraged them to go to college or...
Well, if you got a problem with your guidance counselor, that's between you and your guidance counselor. I just know you're a college educated guy. I want to know who the two willing parties are. Because in a contract, if one side breaks the agreement that they signed on to, that empowers the other side to collect damages in a court of law. So you tell me, based on this non-existent social contract, who are the two willing parties that entered into this agreement, and who broke the contract, and who's entitled to collect damages? Are you entitled to collect damages?
I don't need damages. I just need a job.
Okay.
And I don't have a job
but you're not. You're talking about a social. You are of the belief that some group of people are in breach of contract to you. I want to know who they are.
Bankers.
Bankers.
People that gave loans to students.
So, what banker is to blame for the situation that you're in? Where'd you borrow your money from?
You know, I was lucky enough not to have to pay off.
Mommy and daddy paid for all of it, huh?
Yep.
So you're really not part of this class of kids who believe the social contract was broken. You had your college tuition paid for by your parents. So no, there's nothing wrong with that. If your parents could afford to pay your tuition, that's great. That means they must have done something right in life. So you're not really one of these people with the grievance.
Well, I have a grievance because, like those people, I was told.
But you're not. But the bankers didn't do anything to you because mommy and daddy paid your tuition. So you're blaming the bankers for what? What is your complaint with the bankers? You didn't borrow any of their money to go to college. Mommy and daddy paid for it. So where is the banker in breach of contract to you? You have a nice day. Thank you very much for calling. 1-866-95-PATRIOT. Let me get to the other calls here.